Holy Prophet, saying it cannot be two that. Has to be one. And your time is up, you have to submit. Islam has to rule under one. And they didn't listen to that, they didn't accept. So they left the power turn this side, they left Spain to finish that. That was the end of Umayyads kingdom. Then the Khilafat of Abbasi continued until that is reaching to Egypt and certain things turns up. Then the Ottoman Sultan has given order by the Prophet to go to take the Khilafat from there. And he came, and the Khalifa, Abbasi Khalifa, came to Sham, and he passed the Khilafat directly to Sultan Selim. And from that time, watch the history. From that time until 1908, Islam was the top rising, and everywhere was ruling. Those countries that they were not Islam, they are attacking Islam because they have power in front of them that they didn't bend down for anything. They said, if it's for Prophet, if it's for Allah, you bow down. Nobody dare to attack Prophet from the west to east. Now they are attacking Prophet. Who's doing anything? Nobody. You cannot do anything. But your population is more than before. You cannot do it. Why? Because the Khilafat is down. It's not one ruling system. No, there's every nation they separated. And all those nations, right after 1940, most of those Arab countries, they turned their sides, they became allied with Russia. Understand? Now being allied with Russia, it is supporting complete evil. It's Russia, Rus, trying to remove the name of Allah from the earth. At least in America, there is two sides. One side is evil, one side is good, accepting the ruling of Allah. Understand? So if they have to go to one side, they have to at least, there is two power, there is two superpower. You want to be in one of them, at least you have to lean onto the side that is holding the laws of Allah better. All those countries, they turn around, they became headless, and they became allied with the Russians, and they're all crashing down. Who put those leaders there? From where was Assad came? Where are they coming from, these people? Whose generation there? Who's the Saudi kings? Where are they coming from? How they became kings? Who put them there? You understand? So they have no, when you check, there is no trace there. They are not from the place. So when they did wrong, the whole nations, they supported them. They think that they did something right. Now the whole nations, they're crashing down because they don't like the tyrants, that's true. But the nations by themselves became tyrants. So when you're rising against that, now worse is going to come. Now what happened to Iraq? They rise against Saddam too now. What happened to Iraq? It became worse than before. Now they're looking for something because you don't have a better replacement. The replacement is those ones that they have fear from Allah and His Prophet. You gotta put those ones, but they not, because the West doesn't want it that way. So the people, they became headless. Islam became headless. So now all these people, billions, everyone running to one direction. Everyone is making Sharia and laws according to their understanding. Just like you or him or anybody else. You read something, you learn something, you understand something. But you're not knowing what the king is doing there, what kind of job he has and what kind of responsibility. You can sit here and to judge him. It is easy. But when you come to that position, you will understand, oh, there is certain things, it's not the way that I think it is.
Really, I know what you're doing.
You know, how you know?
I was in the army.
So what? Being in
And
the
they
army
know-
is just a...
And they know every prince and princess where she lives, and there was one of the gods that worked with them. There is no Islam.
There is no Islamic way.
Cocaine, wine. That's what is in there, in his family.
Whose family?
The king.
The king's family?
No, I'm not wrong. I saw this with my eyes.
Oh, you is the king.
I worked there for 8 years in the army.
But now I know,
I
you
know
work in
what-
the army.
Yes,
Did
I-
you see the king using drugs? How did you see
The
that?
family is using drugs. So
No.
everybody's using drugs.
There is certain people inside them that they are doing wrong. You cannot give that. Listen to me. If the king and his family is involved in that, they cannot survive more than 1 decade. That is going to crush them down. In no area, in nowhere, people that they are dealing with drugs and they are dealing with those kind of things, that they can survive more than a decade. They can survive more than 10 years. Understand? That is the law. It's not changed. So now they are surviving from the time, and that continues passing. And so many years, so many is uprising. There are people is uprising. Look at Jordan. Same thing. But the Jordan has nothing, has no income, has nothing. But the blessing is there. Because the king, Ahlul Bayt is there, and the blessing is there. All surrounding, yeah, you don't see it. All surrounding it is so much mess. All surrounding it is so much fight. And that Jordan is always coming out clean from that mess. And the most of the population of the Jordan is Palestinians. Who's making the trouble?
No.
No. Of course, now you don't like that. Because Palestinians, they made a trouble in the beginning.
No, because they run away as like a refugee there. They have nowhere to go. When they are selling Palestine to Israel, when they are selling it, they are United, like the Arab
exactly.
countries are selling
Who sold the Palestine?
everybody.
Who sold the Palestine?
Everybody, all the Arab countries sold.
Why you are upset with the Jews? Why the Arabs they are upset with the Jews? You sold you see this land? You see this land? Once upon a time belonged to an unbeliever. Right? Listen to me. I came and I bought this land. Now this land became the land of Islam. Now the Jew is going to be upset with me. I have the right to do what I believe here. Now the Jews, listen to me now. When the Jews, they wanted to buy the land, Sultan Abdulhamid, he put a law because the Palestinians, they were ready to sell it. And Sultan Abdulhamid is the Khalifa. And he put a law saying, no Palestinians, they will sell their land to the Jews. If they want to sell their land, I'm going to buy their land according to the market value of this time. They cannot sell their land to the Jews, even if the Jews give them 100 times more money. But I will buy the land from them according to the market value. Understand? So now the Jews, the Khalifa is putting a law there, saying you cannot sell your land to a Jew. Why Khalifa put that law? Because he knew the plan of the Jews. Okay? And he put that law to protect Muslims, to protect Palestinians, to protect Muslims from this attack. So now, when the Jews, they see the Khalifa put this law, we cannot break this law, they go to the Palestinians. Palestinians, they're ready to sell it, but they cannot because there's a law there. So now what they did,
That's not the problem.
that is the problem. You listen to me now. Listen. That is the problem that they make the world to fall into this. Okay? What was the aim of the Jews? To enter to that area because they believe that they have to build Israel. They are believing and they are working on it. Now, they say, okay, only way for us to enter to this area. Now, although that we have no problem with the Turks, we have no problem with the Ottomans, because Ottomans, they saved them when the Spain kicked them out, they took them and they protect them. They said, although that we have no problem, but the Turks, long as they are standing strong, long as the Hilafat is strong, we cannot enter to this area. So our aim, we should bring down the Khalifa. So they uprise against all the Arabs against the Khalifa, and they bring Khalifa down, and they change the law, and right away they came to the Palestinians that time. They say, okay, your land here, we used to give you $100. It doesn't worth that much, I give you $10. But the value was $1, let's say. They ready to sell it. And they sold it so many. Now, the Palestinians, they took the money, they went to Greece, they went to Cyprus, they went to Britain, they went to Canada, they went to Australia. They live nice, comfortable life, worldly life. They didn't think their children, they didn't think that who's going to come after
You are
that.
talking about the part of Palestine.
I'm going to tell you the part.
How
What
about the
is it?
Lebanon line?
Listen to this, listen to this. Once they enter to that area, okay, now You think they're going to leave you alone? That was the aim. So now you bring the one that was protecting you, you bring that big power down. You help the enemy for that big power to came down. The sword is down, so the enemy is not afraid of the sword. You cannot carry the sword. The Arabs couldn't carry the sword. The Turks, they carry the sword. Protecting Islam, protecting Arabic faith, protecting Khilafat. So the whole world, not whole world, whole Islamic world, and whole West came together to bring that down. What was the aim? To enter to that area. Now people saying America is helping to Israel. Of course it's going to help. America has different aim there. Americans, they are believing to different book. They are believing that they have to support Israel to build the big Israel, then they're going to turn around to finish them. So that is their faith. So now, why you are upset that America is helping the Jews? You are with the Americans. The Egyptians, they turn around, they made a deal with America. America start pumping billions of dollars, they cut all the roads. So the Gaza and everything, Yahudi is killing them, they try to pass the other side, Egyptian soldiers are killing them. They cut every road. So why you are upset with the Jews, I'm saying?
I'm not
the Jews,
I have no problem
that's
with
right,
Jews.
you have
I
no problem.
problem with the Zionists. That's different. Jews
Yeah,
are religion.
well,
I have with Zionists.
no, there is no Judaism anymore.
There is no people.
No, there is. There is not. The real Jews, they're waiting for Mehdi. They turn into Islam already. There is no Judaism. It's finished. It's gone. Okay? Zionism. Yes. So what is Zionism is doing? Zionism is that's what it's doing to you. That's what it's doing to the whole world. So now, what I say to you, when did you enter to this problem? How did you enter to this problem? The Muslims, they're not even understanding the problem is there. It's finished, and they got into it, and they still not understanding that how you fall into this problem, how we are in the trouble, where we failed. They're not accepting that. So how are you going to get up from where you failed? Where you failed, you're going to get up from there. First, you have to accept we did something wrong. Where? Here we did something wrong. Then we rise against the Khalifa. As soon as the Khilafat went, the whole world is in trouble. Not only the Muslims, the Khalifa was a blessing to everybody. So even the Jews, the Zionists, they understand that now. And the Zionists, they are saying, we shouldn't brought the Khilafat down. At least the Khalifa was ruling on these ones, and now they turn into thousands of pieces. We cannot rule on them. They rise here, we try to fix this, then they become different terrorists from this side. But the Khalifa was ruling on them correctly. We shouldn't. The Jews, the Zionists, the West understood, saying the biggest mistake we did, bringing down the Khilafat. We shouldn't brought the Khilafat down, but we should try to take the Khilafat under our control. But long as these Turks, long as Abdul Hamid Khan was there, it was impossible for us to take those ones under the control too. So they brought two strong men down. They brought the line of the world down. And now what you expect? The Hyenas and the Jagals and the other ones, they are attacking. Of course they're going to attack you. That is their job. Their job is to attack you, to rip you off in pieces. That's what they are doing. So the whole world from that time until now. Check the history. Up till 1908, 1909, Sultan Abdul Hamid Khan coming down. After that, look what happened to the world. The world has, they slaughter, you know how many people? They're talking about Jews, 3 million Jews. Do you know how many millions they slaughter? The Russians and the Americans and the West? 200 million. 200 million. Nobody talks about that. The Russia, in overnight, cleaned 30 million people. 30 million. Okay, they slaughtered them. They put gas on them. They finished them. Same thing everywhere in the world is happening now. Now, in Turkish, they say, the knife reached to the bone. Now, when it's reaching to the bone, it's really hurting. Now, everyone is screaming, it's on the bone. You let it to happen that way.
And what is the solution now?
What is the solution? Back to Khilafat.
Starting from where?
Where it failed. Where it fought.
By the time I bring the
You removed the Khilafat. Allah didn't. The Arabs, they went along with them. They removed the Khilafat. Allah didn't. Allah saying to Sultan Abdulhamid Han had the power. Sultan Abdulhamid Han wasn't a tyrant like Gaddafi or Assad or the other one. If he did, there is a law there for a Khalifa saying when the nations start rising against the Khalifa has the right to watch the percentage. If he's half rising against the Khalifa has the right to slaughter them. Those ones who's rising against the Khalifa. If the Khalifa is watching, the rising population, it is more than half, has to pull back. Because Allah is going to put another punishment to them. Listen to this. Sultan Abdulhamid Han, watch. Sultan Abdulhamid Han has the best army in the world at that time too. And his army came to him and they said to him, oh, our great Sultan, we can crush them down, 1, 2, 3. He said, no. Don't you see how people rising everywhere? What's the population? Who's rising? More than 60%. He says it's time for us to pull back. Because Prophet's saying, when you reach to that time, you have to pull back. And divine punishment coming to every one of them that time. When the Khalifa was there, blessing is reaching. When the Khalifa has been removed, Khalifa give up. Khalifa wouldn't give up for anything. He did give up. Hazreti Osman didn't give up for anything. They said to him, give up from the Khilafat. He said, what Allah dressed me with, I cannot take it out until he takes it. So this is the Khilafat. But the Sultan Abdulhamid Han looked at it saying, the time has reached to me, what the Prophet is saying, and that just fits to me. I have to pull back. I did my best for 33 years for this nation of Islam. They all uprise against to me. Did he leave nice, comfortable after that? No. The Turks wait to see what kind of punishment coming to the Turks. Leave the Arabs. Arabs now getting punishment. Heavier punishment coming to the Turks because they rise against to the ruling system, not only to Khalifa, to their king, to their grandfather. So there is punishment to them. Turks, they rise again today and they saying today, oh, we're building the secular Turkey. Wait to see what's happening to them now. Everything is going to crash down.
What do you think about Erdogan?
Who?
Erdogan?
What I'm going to think about him?
Like,
What should I think about?
Like, is it a good political system or just...
The man prays his 5 daily prayer. That is between him and his Lord. Does it fit to the situation to rule according to Islam in that country? Does he?
Better than before.
Does it matter, better or worse? Does he apply the same laws that Mustafa Kemal Atatürk put? Does it apply to the communists and to him? Does it apply? Yes. He has to go according to those laws? Yes. Can he get up to say, when he's opening the majlis, saying, Euzu billahi mineşşeytanirracim, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am opening this with the name of Allah. Can he do that? He cannot. When he is going up there to swear, is he swearing under the name of Allah? If you are swearing anything other than name of Allah and you are Muslim, is not accepted. And you enter to a kufr. Allah is saying, if you're going to swear on something, you're going to swear on Allah. So when they go up there, they are swearing that they're going to keep the Republic of Turkey alive forever. Either you are lying or you are speaking the truth. If you are speaking the truth there, how should I accept you as a Muslim leader? If you are lying, how can I accept you? That Holy Prophet saying that the Muslim, can he be a fearful? Yes. Can he be a liar?
No, but he can keep his project secret until he is...
That's exactly what happened to this nation. To every Arab countries too. They always say, well, until we do this, we have to hide behind this. No, you are supporting, you are holding the haqq, you are holding the truth. You are with Allah. Listen to me now. You are with Allah, right? Who's your role model? The Prophet. If the Prophet is your role model, listen to this. When his uncle came to him, and he said to him, Ya Muhammad, you know I love you. Hazreti Ali's father, you know, Abu Talib. He said to him, you know I love you. You know that I use every protection to protect you from these evil ones. But these evil ones, they preparing something to you that I cannot help you. So they send me to you, and they are saying, we love Muhammad. He's a Muhammad al-Amin. He should stop saying La ilaha illallah. We will make him to become king to our tribe. We know that he's a good man. We will give him the best of our daughters. We will make him to become king because he is a just man. He is a just for everything. He is a Muhammad al-Amin. But you should stop saying La ilaha illallah. Listen to this, don't enter, wait. How many people surrounding the Prophet that time? Say.
3, 4.
3, 4, 10, 50. It's not even 50, it's not 40. It's only 10 people surrounding him, and those 10 people, either they were slaves or they were very poor, they had no power in their hand. And the great power is standing in front of him. Abu Jahl and all the other ones, and the whole world. And he is ready to lose the support of his uncle too. And he said, oh my uncle, my reason of creation is to say La ilaha illallah. He says, if they have the power to bring down the moon and the sun, if they put the sun on the right hand, and if they can put the moon on my left hand, I will not accept that. I will say La ilaha illallah, and I will not put this sword down until they accept it. He was prophet. He was alone. He was an orphan. He didn't have nobody. He didn't have who? Allah. He didn't hide behind Shaitan to say, well, the prophet didn't know. The prophet couldn't think that much to say. They're coming to me with this offer. Let me accept this offer. I will become a king. In very short time, I will put in every corner my men. I become very powerful, and I use Islam on them. What they're going to do that time? They have to accept by force. I have a news to you. Islam you don't accept by force. Good. So now, how are you going to hide behind Shaitan to say, I am protecting Haqq? I am the soldier of Allah. How are you going to hide behind Shaitan to say, the Shaitan is powerful now, so I have to hide, I have to support Shaitan. Later, I'm going to put Haqq. You already failed. You already left Islam. You're claiming Islam, but you left Islam, you are on the side of Shaitan. So I'm saying to Erdogan and to every one of them there in Turkey or in Arab countries, are you sincere what you are saying? Are you sincere when you are going to sajda? Are you sincere that knowing that Allah is watching you? Are you sincere that when you are holding tightly to Allah, Allah is going to support you? And what is the fear? You are fearful from who? You know the position that comes, either the neck is going to go, or you're going to be a good servant to Allah. And long as you live on the face of earth, every believer of Islam, you have to believe and you have to accept to say, if Allah gives me the power, I have to turn the whole world into Islam. There's obligation to you, there's obligation to him, his obligation to him. But the kafir is saying to you, don't you dare saying, Inna dina indallah Islam. So they stop saying that word too. So where is Islam? This Muslim, so many Arab leaders also they are praying. Where is Islam in their countries? Yes. So now Erdogan is doing. So what? Erdogan is doing the obligation between servant and Allah. What Allah said to him, pray, pray. But now he passed beyond that. He's a leader of the country. He's a leader of that nation. He is holding almost the position of the Sultan. Where is your power? The army is ruling on you, or you have to rule on the army? You have fear from who? From the army or from the West? If you have fear from the West, then leave that position and go home and pray and wait until you die. If you don't, then you stand up and say to the West, get lost. This is Muslim. This is Islam. If you're going to accept me, you're going to accept me with the laws of Islam. I don't need you anymore. That's what you gotta say. Hiding behind the laws of Atatürk. Who's Atatürk? From where he came? Who put those laws? Who gave him the idea? Isn't it other than Shaitan? Shaitan gave him the idea. And he put all those there. He locked the nations. Now they're trying to change the constitution. He said, don't touch it. If you're not going to bring Sharia, don't touch it, because you're going to be worse than them. You are Muslim and you're trying to put laws on top of Allah's laws. Isn't that Allah saying to you in Surah Al-Ma'idah? With what Allah sent to you down, if you are not ruling with that, you are the hypocrite. If you are not ruling with that, you are the fasiqs. If you are not ruling with that, you are the tyrant. If you are not ruling with that, you are the kafirs. You are the unbelievers. This is what Allah is saying. To who? Not to me. I have no power. I am just an individual. They have the power. They are the ruling. They are the one who's ruling the nation. That ayat speaks to them. It doesn't speak to me. But if I have a ruling system here, if I have the ruling authority here, then I will say, Sharia saying to us, we're going to apply this Sharia here. This. You may say to me, the American law is saying no. So, okay, you have no place here. Go home. You're going to apply according to the Sharia of Islam. You are here, you're going to pray. You don't want to pray? Don't come here. This is what I say to you. That's what I do. But the nation, the leaders of the nation, the obligation, that ayat is on their neck. So now Allah is saying to them, if you are not ruling with the laws of Allah, you are unbelievers. You can claim much as you want that you are believers. But if you are not ruling with that, you are unbelievers. Or you're going to bring out to me so many reasonings and excuse. Excuse never ends.
So people have the right to remove the king if he's not making good decisions or no?
Now,
Why?
the people, listen to this now. Listen to this. People, they have the right. Not people. The Sharia ulamas of that time, just like Yazid taking the power in his hand. Okay? He became powerful. And so many Sahabis, they are supporting him. And he's doing so many wrong things openly. The what Islam forbid, openly he's committing those sins. Okay? So now Hussein radiallahu anh and all the other strong Sahabis, they are looking and they are saying, well, we cannot live under the ruling of a tyrant. Because this man is tyrant to himself, so order that he is tyrant to us. We have no power against to him. In that reason, we have to go out of the borderlines of the nations that he is ruling. That's why Hazrat Hussein start moving out from there and up to Karbala, and he sent his soldiers to slaughter Hazrat Hussein there. Because he was afraid from Hussein. Hussein didn't uprise against him because he didn't have the worldly power in his hand at that time. But he's moving toward to the areas that he may become powerful and he may come back to him. So the Yazid, what he did, he sent the army, and that army, they were Muslims too. And they were slaughtering the grandchildren of the Prophet ﷺ, fighting and killing. Ibn Sa'd, do you know Ibn Sa'd? You know, there is Ibn Sa'd from Asharei Mubashara that the Prophet was saying to him, my mother and my father ransom to you. That's the only Sahabi that the Prophet ﷺ was showing so much respect. And his son became the governor of the Yazid. And his son came to kill Hazrat Hussein. He gave order for Hazrat Hussein to be killed. You understand? So now those people, they were praying 5 times a day too. Those people, they were doing every almost the laws that Islam has set to them. But they took the sword and they went and they cut the children of the Prophet ﷺ. And they were talking to each other and they were saying, quickly, we gotta finish the job before the Zuhur. We should not miss the Zuhur prayer. So how do you like that part? So now comparing to Erdogan, stop it. If you're praying, that's between you and Allah as an individual. When you become a public figure, when you become the country's leader, there is different obligations applied to you according to Islam. If you go according to the Western laws, I have nothing to say to you. So don't go up there to say, I am a Muslim leader. I am an individual who is Muslim, but I go laws according to the West. I give my balls to the hands of the West. What did I say? I'm in the rope. That's what you. I am under the authority of the ruling of the West. That's what you gotta say. Not to go up there 1 minute later to go behind the curtains, apologizing. Not 1 minute to say secular government is not good and go to Egypt and start praising secularism. Who's giving this order to you? Are you Muslim? What kind of Islam is this? Islam has to apply to your life 24 hours. If you are an individual, it has to apply to you 24 hours in your daily life. If you are an individual that you are in ruling system, it has to apply to you 24 hours in the ruling system. Islam, it teaches the individual, it teaches the community, it teaches the government, it teaches the generals, it teaches the presidents how to be the Muslim leader if you are Muslim. And what is your aim has to be. What the Prophet said, I will not put my sword down until they say La ilaha illallah. Saying, even if it's necessary, I have to fight with them. So now where is Muslims? Supporting what? The Kafir system. Supporting what? The Vatican order. And they all, in this system, they all in the payroll of the unbelievers. The same thing happened in the time of 1914 when the British came to Çanakkale, to pass Çanakkale. What was the aim? Where they were going? To bring the Khilafat down. So the whole world came together. But the Muslims, they were so hitless from India and Afghanistan, and they became the soldiers of the British. Understand? And now they are in the payroll of British. They didn't think that one day the British may take us and brings us into the Muslim nation to fight. They didn't think that, but that just happened. And they put them in the ship. They were praying 5 times a day inside the ship. They came to Gelibolu. Who's on the other side? The soldiers of Khalifa, the soldiers of Islam, fighting to keep Islam up. In the other side, the Afghani and Indian Muslims, they are fighting for what? Alongside with the Crusaders to bring down the Khilafat down. What kind of Muslim they were? They were heedless. They were blindfolded. They didn't know what Islam was. They were praying 5 times a day inside the ship. Those ships that they're trying to penetrate, to break down and to pass through, to go to Istanbul to bring down the Khilafat, they were in this side. And the other side, Muslim soldiers, Kurdish and Turkish soldiers. No Arabs, nothing else. All Arabs they pull back. Only the Kurdish and the Turkish soldiers, they are fighting to keep the Khilafat up. And they're giving their life. 250,000 they died in those waters. They didn't give up. The British couldn't pass. Not the British, but the whole nations together, they couldn't pass. And so many of those ships, they sunk in those waters, and all those Muslims, they died. Now, what do you think? They are martyrs? Go ahead. You think those Muslims who were fighting against to the Khalifa soldiers to pass to bring down the Khilafat, to bring down Islam, and they were Muslim, and they sink inside those waters and they die. What do you think they are now?
Probably they are mu'min, not Muslim.
They are mu'min and they are not Muslim? Maybe you can say Muslim, not mu'min.
Mu'min is when you believe in God and the books.
No. The other way around. They were Muslim, but they were heedless. They were not mu'min. They were in ghaflat. And they choose the wrong side. So they stay with the wrong side. You cannot call them martyrs. Because they were not fighting. Martyr is that one who's fighting for the sake of Allah. Martyr is that one who's running to build the religion of Allah. In one side you have soldiers They are trying to protect the Khalifa. They are trying to protect Islam, and you are fighting against to them to bring them down, and you're going to become martyr. You are alongside with the Crusades that they're coming to destroy Islam. So that's kind of heedlessness in Muslims. They are falling in from that time. So now, and the Khilafat is removed, completely they fail it now. Same thing in Afghanistan to Iraq, to every area, it's happening. And Muslims are the one who's helping. Yes, brother. Some of them. Some of them there is not helping. Only a handful of them there is not helping. But the most of them is helping to that system. If they are not helping the system, if they open that, look how fast they're going to sell themselves to support that system. Wamin Allah tawfiq al-Fatiha. This much is enough for you, for me, for everybody.
Yeah,
If
it
they
was
want
good.
to-